Hello, everybody. Hello, welcome. Come on in and join me. This is part 3 of Soulful Illuminating with the full moon. And today is full moon day. So I hope you're navigating through these energies in a much better way if you've been with me here for day 1 and day 2, as we have moved through using these powerful energies to help us become more aligned with the higher wisdom within us, become more aware and stepping into our higher consciousness. That's what this is all about. So on part 1, it was illuminating the shadows, and we were looking into the shadows to see what is there, what was coming up for us, and we're looking with compassion, and we are looking with non-judgmental eyes, and then being able to reflect on those shadows and the things that are coming up. And you may still be having things coming up. And part 2 then was powerfully illuminating. And so that was yesterday. And what we looked at was, this is the opportunity to get clear. The contrast between the light and the dark, the shadow is, coming out really clearly for you. So it's a time for you to be able to say, okay, well, what is it that I do want? What am I going to put my intention towards? I'm aware of this old stuff. I'm working on cleaning it out, but where am I going to focus my vision as we move forward? And that this is a time where the veil is very thin and we can access our intuition in a much stronger way. And this is what we want to do. We want to be going within. We know that when the world is in chaos around us, and that has become more and more prevalent through these last few years, and it's going to continue to be that way, that we know where to go to access our power. We know that we can go within and we can find that wisdom, tap into it, be sure about it, not second guess it. This is the practice, right? And so it's an opportunity right now for us to do a lot of healing and also step into new opportunities, new growth, new heights that we can take our energy and our frequency up to. So today is all about illuminating your light. So today we're going to really let our own light shine. So with the moon, we want to shine with the moon. All right, so say hello if you're here. I don't see any comments yet. I do see possibly a few people are here, but say hello and I will try and acknowledge you. Today we want to talk about accessing our own inner wisdom. We have been judged by society. We have been, hey Kelly, hi, good to see you again. So society does a lot of judging. We watch society view other people and judge them, criticize them, say what they should or shouldn't be doing, and so that causes us to feel like we're being judged too, and that all eyes are on us, and any of our past mistakes or trials or pain or things that we've been through, our own underworld journey, is something that we often feel a lot of guilt and shame around. And yet this journey that you have walked, this journey that you have developed into the you that is here, right now, it has made you who you are. Think about one thing right now. Think about something that has happened in your past that was really, really hard as you were going through it. But after you got through it, how much stronger you were. What did you learn? How did you grow? The wisdom, right? So just think about that one thing. And maybe it was you went through a health scare. Maybe you went through divorce. Maybe you went through an addiction period. Maybe you went through bankruptcy like me, or had addiction in your world, in your life. Maybe you've been through other traumas with your children, or they've went through some health scares that that there's nothing worse than that, than finding out your child has cancer and walking that journey with them. So think about something that has happened in your past that is now okay. You've made it through. You're good. And the person you are now, because you walked through that. You walked through that fire, and you came out of it on the other side, and you're stronger, and you're wiser, and you're more compassionate and empathetic to other people because you've been through that journey. I've had several underworld journeys, as I'm sure you have too. All of us have our own cross to bear. All of us have walked through some sort of journey that was difficult and hard or traumatic. And what we want to do now is, it is time for us to recognize that that is not something that we need to be ashamed for. That is not something we need to hold guilt for. Now we are different. We are not that person. We're not even the same person we were yesterday. Think about yesterday. Like, what did you learn yesterday? I'm sure there is something that you learned yesterday. A new tidbit. You had a new epiphany, maybe. Maybe you learned how to cook a new recipe. Maybe you learned where to find the best tomatoes in town. Right? Like, you learned something yesterday. And not only that, not only did you learn something, but did you get a hug from someone yesterday? Did you get a smile? Did you get a kiss? You're fuller. You're more abundant today because of yesterday. So the person that you were when you walked through these traumas, not the same person that is standing here, right now. And there is so much that you have to offer in this world. There is so much wisdom and compassion and, advice you could give a close friend. There's so much of you that is needed here, right now in the world. And tomorrow will be even better. You keep getting better and better as the days go on. This is what we want to recognize. This is what we need to believe in. We need to believe in ourselves, believe in our journey, believe in our growth, be our own cheerleaders, and say, you know what? I rocked that getting out of bed this morning when my alarm went off. I did it. I didn't linger in bed. I did it. I got up when I said I was going to get up, right? Just start to recognize the little things that you have done through the day that are really great. Hey, I handled that really well. And oops, I messed up on that one, but next time I'll get it, right? You have a light to shine, and it's time for you to stand in your power. It's time for you to claim who you are and shine that light, illuminate that light out to the world. So this is what we're going to do in our painting today. So think about a symbol that we could put on top of our full moon here. On top of it, what could we paint that would symbolize us illuminating our light? Maybe it's an owl, because an owl is courageous and sees through the darkness, right? Sees clearly through the darkness. But I have a suggestion for today, and you can follow me if you want, or you can put your own symbol on top of your moon. But I want to paint Phoenix. Phoenix rising in this full moon. This is us becoming even more powerful, more illuminated every day. So get your red paints out with me because we are going to paint Phoenix rising up. I'm just going to grab mine. So this is one that I painted with a client, actually. She was a coaching client, and on the very last day of us working together, we painted this Phoenix rising, and we had so much fun, so many laughs, and it's so empowering to paint a Phoenix. All right, so you might want to just get a picture of a Phoenix up on your phone or wherever you can. If you're watching this on your phone, you can always use your laptop or just follow me. I'm going to grab my red paint here. I'm coming into this session with intention, so I have my candle lit. I've already cleared the space. I actually just came out of the painting workshop with the Soulfully Aligned Creative Mystics, and we had a great 2-hour painting session together. That's part of the program. Once a month we get together and we paint amazing, powerfully energetic paintings. It's all about energy and vibration. So we're going to paint this Phoenix on top here. And I wonder if I can kind of put it there, maybe a little bit. I don't know if you guys will be able to see that very well, but I'll just go like this for now. Okay, so think about, before you start, really think about where do you want your Phoenix to land on here. Do it this way. Where would you want your Phoenix's head? Like maybe here, coming up here. We're just going to paint this beautiful swirly line here in red. And I should have my glasses on as I do this. Okay, so I'm going to start with, this is being brave, right? I'm just going to freehand this baby. So I'm going to start with just creating the shape here of a phoenix. It's this nice swirly line. You probably can't see it as well, black or the red on the black, but and then I'm going to bring one wing up here. And let me just get my head in here. Phoenix is so much fun to paint because it is truly like so many swirly lines. I love it. Like that there. Just fixing that a little bit. That's a nice thing with acrylics is you can fix it. Okay, I'm going to move you guys a little closer and maybe that will help so that you can see it. Maybe. All right. So I also have yellow on my palette here so that I'll paint a little bit of yellow in here, get the shape. So it is time. As divine feminine, we are rising up to claim our power. No longer, women have been shamed for far too long. And we're no longer going to let ourselves or the women around us be shamed. There we go. That shows up a little better for you. It's time for us to recognize that no matter what our journey has been, we're not judging. We're seeing the light in each other now. We're seeing that there's no room for judgments. Like, that's just such a waste of time on ourselves and on other women. There's value in everyone, no matter what has gone on. And we are here to rise up together because we are all needed, each and every one of us. And this is the energy of the women's recovery group, the Unstoppable Dream Women's Recovery Circle is all about claiming this, claiming our power within, stepping up and loving ourselves more and more and more. You know, and where do you go for that? Quite honestly, where do you go to love on yourself, to remember this? Because it's all lovely when you come in with me here for a painting session and we talk about this and you remember and you feel empowered. But what about the days when you get up and you're alone and, you know, you just aren't feeling it? How do you pull yourself up? And this is what having a beautiful support system is all about. And that's what this circle gives you, the tools as we move through the day. And we meet once a week so that we get, you know, fired up again. And we feel it and we remember our power. Okay, so let me see. I'm going to put the swing in here. Whew, it's like painting fire. We are bringing the fire to this full moon. There's a lot of water energy in the full moon right now, and so this is really great that we are bringing some fire in. I'm going to have that wing go right off. Let's see here. Awesome. It's a little bit of red, a little bit of yellow on my brush. How much fun is that? Woo! I love it. Just playing here. So if we can't celebrate the hard times in our life, if we can't celebrate recognizing that, hey, there's been some hard times and I have risen up through it. When we learn how to do that, when we learn how to celebrate the hard times that have made you who you are, that's when nothing can take you down. Nothing can make you fall down into shame or feel less than enough just for being who you are. And you know what? Most of the women that have gone through some really difficult times are because they seriously didn't want to conform. They didn't want to do things the way society said you had to do them. They had a sense that this is not right. This doesn't make sense to me. And they're highly creative women, is what they have found. Okay, got one wing in. I'm going to bring my tail down here. Whew, how much fun is this? This is so much fun. I love these swirlies. It's so fun. I'm not going to make my tail quite as big as the one in my sample here. I'm going to keep it skinny here. I like this. Okay, now for the other wing, which I can't really see. Oh, it's a lovely wing. Sometimes paintings just happen, and they were meant to be. Copying my own painting. Yep, it's time to claim ourselves and step into who we are, who we came here to be, right? No more somebody else telling us. There. No more somebody else telling us how it goes, what we should be doing, what we came here to do. We get to decide. We get to tap into our own inner wise woman, our wild woman within, and become who we desire to be. Haven't you had enough of that? Haven't you had enough of somebody else's judgment, of somebody else saying whether or not you're good enough for something? Haven't you had enough of checking in with other people to make sure it's okay if you do this or that? If you can go anywhere, do what you want? Like, it's just time to become your own woman. It's time. And when we do that, when we make that decision, oh my gosh, the universe celebrates, because the universe did not send you here to live a life governed by other people. And when we do this, we become so much more nurturing and caring for other people and supportive. And contribute to the world, because this is when we start to claim our gifts and our abilities, those special abilities, those intuitive gifts you've been given. Then we start to claim them for ourselves. And the world benefits. The world celebrates. So where can you rise up in your life? Where can you start to claim your life back? Where have you given away your power or parts of your power? And I'm not talking about, being a complete rebel, although you can if you really want to. I'm just talking about a decision that we make within us. A decision within you that says, yeah, this is my life, and I want to follow my intuition. I want to follow my heart. I want to rise up into being the best that I can be. It's just been too many years of women being told to be nice, to play small. And you know why? It's because we're incredibly powerful. And that was a way to control us, right? And now it's time for us to say, it's okay, world. We got this. All right. So I need a small brush and I happen to have some blue on my palette, and I'm just mixing some of my red into it to create some darker shadows in here. Contrast. More contrast. Yummy. All right. Whew, the paint is very wet. How's it going for you guys? Having fun? Ooh, look at this beautiful phoenix rising. And I actually even have glowing coming out from the top. I was playing around with glazes. That looks cool. I like how that came out. It's always great when things happen like that. This is not going to take long at all to get your phoenix on and begin to play with the feathers, taking shape. Then once it's dry, I will add in just a couple claws. I think I'm going to keep the claws kind of tucked up into the body. Here, this one, I only did one claw on that one. I was struggling for the other one. But, and then I would outline a little bit and put an eye in, and I need to do a second layer, but I gotta wait for all this to dry. You might even have a couple feathers like off the bird, coming out of the ashes, rising up, and the feathers falling off to the side a little bit. Can't wait to see some of yours. You guys, you need to post them in here so I can see some of our phoenix rising. So all I'm using is red, yellow, and blue, and a little bit of white. Okay, there you go, you guys. This is your phoenix, and I'm gonna invite you to Keep working on it and feel the empowerment of your phoenix as it is rising up. As you are rising up, feel that illuminating that's happening with the full moon, and claim who you are without any apologies. This is you. This is you. This is your time. This is your life. And let's rise up into allowing that light to illuminate out from you. Get rid of any of the shadows, get rid of the clouds, and step into it. And it is a wonderful feeling when you decide that you love yourself enough to do that. And if you're interested in coming into the Unstoppable Dream Women's Recovery Circle, it is a most powerful way to learn how to love yourself more and more and more, because that's the foundation of it. If you do not love yourself, if you do not believe in yourself, then it's going to be really hard. We can pretend we're rising up, pretend for a day, and then we get smacked back down again. But in the Unstoppable Dream Women's Recovery Circle, you learn how to keep yourself up there, how to keep loving yourself more and more and more. And you're given a framework, a structure to help you climb up to that point in your life where you're like, you know what? I know what I need to do. I'm here. I know where my gifts are, and I actually want to step up and offer these to the world and contribute in whatever way it is that I can contribute. And it doesn't mean you have to have an online business. That's not what this is about. It's about claiming you and seeing that ripple out in the world around you. So come join us. We start on September 6th. It's a 7-month cycle. Then we go back in through it again. So we continue, it's circular. So we continue to move. So it doesn't matter when you come in. But if you're one of these people that likes things to be kind of linear and let's just like start at the beginning, then you're going to want to start on September 6th with us. The link is here. It's been posted. So in the title or in the comments. So make sure that you click that link, get yourself in. There is a limit of how many people can come into each session, because we want it to be intimate and we want to create conversation and personal support for all of us. So this is not a coaching program. This is more of a peer-led program where we circle up together as equals. And I am here for you. All right, if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, click that link and come join us, and I will see you there. Thank you so much for joining me through these 3 days, and take time for yourself today in this full moon energy to really sink into your soul, and I will chat with you later. Bye for now.